What if the true key to salvation has been misunderstood for centuries? What if the divine spark, the essence of our connection to the infinite, is not found in doctrines, rituals, or external authorities, but deep within the recesses of our own soul? For those who seek a path beyond conventional religion, the ancient teachings of Gnosticism and the revelations found in the Gospel of Mary Magdalene offer an extraordinary perspective on the nature of salvation, knowledge, and the human condition. Gnosticism is more than a spiritual tradition. It is a revolutionary way of understanding existence. Emerging in the early centuries of the Common Era, this mystical philosophy challenges the mainstream narratives of religion by asserting that the material world is a flawed construct, a prison for the soul. Unlike traditional religious teachings that emphasize obedience and faith in external authorities, Gnosticism teaches that liberation comes from within, through a profound self-knowledge that reconnects the individual to the divine source. This esoteric wisdom invites us to question the illusions of the physical world and to seek the truth of our spiritual nature. Central to the Gnostic worldview is the belief that humanity is trapped in a world of ignorance created by a lesser deity, often referred to as the Demiurge. This being, though powerful, is far removed from the true God, the ultimate source of light and truth. The Demiurge and its archons, or rulers, keep humanity ensnared in a cycle of material desires, suffering, and forgetfulness. Salvation, according to the Gnostics, is not about appeasing this false creator, but about escaping its clutches by awakening to the divine spark hidden within each individual. This spark, often obscured by the distractions of the material world, holds the key to transcending the limitations of the physical realm and returning to the fullness of the divine, known as the pleroma. One of the most profound texts illuminating this Gnostic vision is the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. Discovered in the sands of Egypt in the late 19th century, this fragmented yet powerful document offers a glimpse into the teachings of one of Jesus' closest disciples, Mary Magdalene. Contrary to the traditional portrayal of Mary as a repentant sinner, this gospel presents her as a spiritual leader, a confidant of Christ, and a bearer of esoteric wisdom. Her role is not one of submission, but of empowerment, guiding others toward the realization of their own divine nature. The Gospel of Mary begins with a scene that challenges conventional notions of authority within the early Christian community. After Jesus' departure, his disciples are left confused and fearful. It is Mary who steps forward, offering clarity and recounting the secret teachings she received from Christ. These teachings focus not on external salvation, but on the inner journey of the soul, the process of overcoming attachments to the material world, and the ascent toward divine knowledge. Mary's words reveal a path that is deeply personal and transformative, emphasizing the importance of self-awareness and the dissolution of ego-driven desires. In one striking passage, Mary describes the soul's journey through a series of challenges as it seeks to ascend to the divine realm. These challenges are not external obstacles, but internal confrontations with ignorance, desire, and fear. Each step requires the soul to let go of its attachments and to recognize its true nature as a spark of the divine. This process is not easy. It demands courage, introspection, and a willingness to face the illusions that have kept the soul bound to the material world. Yet it is through this journey that the soul finds liberation and reunites with its source. One of the most revolutionary aspects of the Gospel of Mary is its emphasis on the mind as a gateway to salvation. In the text, Jesus is quoted as saying, "Where the mind is, there is the treasure." This statement encapsulates the Gnostic belief that the mind is both the battleground and the key to liberation. It is within the mind that the soul confronts its illusions, and it is through the mind that the soul gains access to divine knowledge. This knowledge, or gnosis, is not merely intellectual but experiential. It is the direct realization of the soul's connection to the divine. The teachings of Mary Magdalene challenge the traditional structures of power and authority that have often dominated religious institutions. If salvation comes from within, then it cannot be controlled by external forces. This idea undermines the notion of hierarchical intermediaries and places the responsibility for spiritual growth squarely on the individual. It is a call to personal empowerment and a rejection of the idea that one must rely on others to access the divine. This perspective resonates deeply in today's world, where many people are seeking spiritual paths that prioritize authenticity and inner truth over dogma. The Gospel of Mary and the broader Gnostic tradition offer a framework for understanding salvation as a present reality rather than a future promise. They invite us to turn inward, to question the narratives that have been imposed upon us, and to uncover the divine light that has been within us all along. Mary Magdalene's role as a teacher and guide in this gospel is particularly significant. In a world that has often marginalized women's voices, her prominence in this text challenges traditional gender roles and highlights the importance of diverse perspectives in spiritual discourse. Her teachings are not about submission, but about empowerment, urging individuals to take charge of their own spiritual journeys. The journey of the soul, as described in the Gospel of Mary, is a metaphor for the human experience. We are all on a path of self-discovery, navigating the challenges of life and seeking to understand our place in the universe. The Gnostic teachings remind us that the answers we seek are not out there, but within. They encourage us to look beyond the surface of our experiences and to recognize the deeper truths that lie beneath. In many ways, the Gnostic vision aligns with modern understandings of psychology and self-awareness. The emphasis on confronting one's fears, desires, and illusions echoes the principles of personal growth and transformation. By examining the patterns of our thoughts and behaviors, we can begin to unravel the conditioning that has kept us bound to a limited view of ourselves. This process of self-reflection is not easy, but it is essential for awakening to our true nature. The Gospel of Mary also challenges us to reconsider the nature of authority and tradition in spiritual practice. It invites us to question the narratives that have been handed down to us and to seek our own understanding of truth. This is not an invitation to reject all external teachings, but to engage with them critically and to integrate them into our own experiences. At its core, Gnosticism is a call to remember who we truly are. It is a reminder that we are not merely physical beings, but spiritual entities with a divine origin. The material world, with all its distractions and illusions, is a temporary stage in our journey. Salvation, according to the Gnostic vision, is not about escaping this world, but about transcending its limitations and reconnecting with the fullness of the divine. The teachings of Mary Magdalene offer a profound blueprint for this journey. They remind us that the path to salvation is not a straight line, but a spiral, a process of continuous growth and discovery. Each step brings us closer to the realization of our true nature, and each challenge offers an opportunity for transformation. In a world that often emphasizes external achievements and validation, the Gospel of Mary invites us to turn inward and to rediscover the divine within ourselves. It is a call to awaken to the truth of our existence and to embrace the journey of self-knowledge with courage and determination. Through the lens of Gnosticism and the Gospel of Mary, salvation becomes not an endpoint, but a process, a lifelong quest for understanding, growth, and connection. It is a journey that begins and ends within, a path that leads us to the realization that we are and always have been one with the divine. Let us take this invitation to heart and embark on the sacred journey of self-discovery, guided by the timeless wisdom of Mary Magdalene and the Gnostic tradition. In doing so, we may uncover the treasure that lies within and realize the fullness of our divine potential.